This discussion explores a hypothetical scenario. What if the moon's orbit began to decay, causing it to gradually fall towards Earth? What would be the consequences?
Initially, the changes would be subtle. The moon would appear slightly brighter, and scientists might detect a shift in its orbit. However, the most immediate noticeable effect would be on Earth's tides.
How would the tides be affected in the early stages of the moon's descent?
As the moon draws closer, its gravitational pull on Earth intensifies, leading to increasingly higher tides. At first, the increase might be barely perceptible, but within a month, with the moon at half its original distance, tides could reach 4 meters.
4 meters, that would already start to impact coastal communities. What happens as the moon continues to fall?
The situation escalates rapidly. Within 2 months, the moon two-thirds closer, tides could exceed 10 meters, displacing potentially a billion people and crippling global infrastructure.
That's a devastating scenario. What about the effects beyond the tides?
The increasing gravitational forces would also start to affect Earth's internal structure, leading to increased seismic and volcanic activity.
Could you elaborate on the geological consequences?
The immense tidal forces would squeeze the Earth's crust, disrupting magma reservoirs and triggering significant volcanic eruptions, potentially altering the climate.
What about the moon itself? Would it remain intact during this process?
No. As the moon approaches Earth, it enters the Roche limit, the point where Earth's gravity overcomes the moon's own gravitational force. The moon would begin to disintegrate, forming a ring system around Earth.
A ring system? That's a dramatic visual change. What will be the consequences of this disintegration?
The debris from the moon could cause meteor showers, and the ring system itself could block sunlight, leading to further climate change.
So we're looking at a cascade of catastrophic events. Let's go back to the earlier stages. How would the changing distance affect the moon's appearance in the sky?
As the moon gets closer, it would appear larger and brighter in the sky, eventually illuminating the night like twilight.
And what about the effects on satellites?
The moon's closer proximity would disrupt satellite orbits, leading to communication and navigation failures.
How would the increasing tides affect global systems?
Rising sea levels would inundate coastal cities, rendering ports inoperable, disrupting shipping, and damaging undersea internet cables. Inland areas wouldn't be safe either, as tidal bores could contaminate fresh water supplies.
You mentioned volcanic eruptions. What kind of impact would those have?
Widespread volcanic activity would release massive amounts of aerosols into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and causing global cooling, potentially leading to a volcanic winter scenario.
And what about the moon's rotation? Would we see a different side of it as it falls?
Yes, as the moon's orbital period shortens, its rotation would become out of sync, revealing the far side that we never normally see.
Let's talk about the Roche limit in more detail. What exactly causes the moon to break apart?
The difference in Earth's gravitational pull on the near and far sides of the moon becomes so great that it overcomes the moon's internal gravity, tearing it apart.
So the moon wouldn't simply crash into Earth as a single object?
No, it would disintegrate into a ring of debris.
What would the sky look like with this ring system?
It would be a spectacular, albeit ominous, sight with shimmering arches of debris spanning the sky.
You mentioned the possibility of the oceans boiling. How could that happen?
If enough moon dust enters the atmosphere, the friction could generate enough heat to boil the oceans.
And if the oceans don't boil, what's the alternative climate scenario?
The combined effect of the ring system blocking sunlight and volcanic aerosols could trigger a period of runaway cooling, potentially freezing much of Earth's surface.
So even if humanity survives the initial catastrophes, the long-term prospects are grim.
Yes, the Earth would be a drastically different and likely hostile environment.
This hypothetical scenario paints a vivid picture of the devastating consequences of the moon falling towards Earth. It highlights the delicate balance of forces that maintain our planet's stability.
Indeed. It's a reminder of the powerful forces at play in our solar system and the importance of understanding them.
Thank you for this insightful discussion.